What is a true to target test? The point of a sensory program is to use the instrument, which is a sensory panel made up of tasters, which for us at Stigbergets is everybody, our brewers, anyone who works in the office, down in logistics, the whole company. Everybody has a mouth and is able to taste. So a true to target test is used when we are brewing a batch of a beer we brew often, one of our flagships, for example, West Coast IPA. What we'd like to know is whether or not each particular batch of that beer meets our standards, meets the specifications we have set for that beer. We know how bitter we want it to be, how sweet we want it to be, the level of dryness, the mouthfeel, carbonation. We know the aromas we want it to have. Should it be tropical or citrusy? Should it be more dank or piney? Everything we've brewed often, especially the core range beers, we have predetermined these specifications. We know what we want it to taste like. We want to make sure it tastes like that. So when the customer gets a can of West Coast, it tastes as they expect, as we expect. So a true to target test, sometimes called true to type, is what we use to make sure that happens. So here at Stigbergets, our sensory panel happens here. I will tell each of our panelists, here is a glass of West Coast. Tell me what you think. We have a lovely software called Draft Labs. It has an app on everyone's phone. It guides our tasters through each of those categories. Everything from the appearance, the amount of foam, the color, the clarity, through the mouthfeel, the taste, the aromas, the overall impression. And yeah, they can decide for themselves, does it match this target or not? All of that data is compiled and we get an answer. Is this batch of West Coast up to our standards? Does it meet the target? Is it true to our target, true to the type? And we do that for every batch before it goes out the door to our lovely customers. Each case is different and individual. Then we have a decision to make. Either this beer can be something else if it's still a great tasting beer, but it doesn't match our targets of West Coast, for example. It could become something else. If it is a situation where we have time to change something, we could do that to make sure that it does meet our targets. Sometimes if a beer is genuinely not good and doesn't meet our requirements, we'll dump it. We would rather dump a beer down the drain than put out something that isn't up to our standards. No, that happens very rarely. And here at Stigbergets, we have pretty tight controls all along the way that we are tasting. Our brewing team specifically is tasting. It isn't in a true to target sensory panel official type way, but we're tasting all along the way to make sure it's heading in the right direction. So it's safe to say that before we do a true to target test, we can be pretty certain that it already will be. It's very rare that it's not. Our brewing team will know before if something is heading in the wrong direction. But beer is a living product, you never know. Things can go wrong in breweries all the time.